message that shook the army, What Does It Mean?, Kim Taehyung, or better known as BTS's V, made a splash again after a message he conveyed shook ARMY's heart. Not a few fans immediately wondered, what does the message really mean? Is this a hint of something bigger, or is it just an expression of Taehyung's personal feelings? With his mysterious and sometimes unpredictable character, Taehyung often leaves a question mark in the minds of the army. Every word he says or writes always invites speculation and interpretation from fans. Taehyung is known for not saying much, but when he delivers something, fans know that his words always have a deep meaning. In recent days, ARMY was shocked by a message he shared on social media as well as through BTS's official platform. The content of the message seemed simple, but many felt that there was a hidden meaning in it. Some fans suspect that this is a form of emotional expression towards something he is going through, while others speculate that this may have something to do with BTS or his future in the entertainment world. Some soldiers who tried to interpret the message even thought that Taehyung might be missing something or someone. There are also those who think that this is a veiled form of communication between herself and fans, who have been known to have a strong emotional bond with her, as usual, as soon as the message from Taehyung spread. Social media was immediately filled with various reactions from the army. Many are trying to figure out if the message is related to something that will happen in the near future, such as a solo project, BTS's plans after enlistment, or even a personal situation he may be facing. Some comments from fans on social media. Taehyung always had a unique way of saying things. I'm curious, is this a hint of something to come? I hope Taehyung is okay. His message sounds emotional, but I believe he will always be strong. If it's about BTS's comeback or a new project, I can't wait. But if it's about his feelings, I hope he knows that we always support him. Taehyung has a surprising personality. He could have suddenly revealed something that confused the army, only to later provide clarification in a more relaxed manner. This is what makes him so loved by fans, because he always appears as he is and is full of warmth. One of the most widely circulated theories among the army is that Taehyung's message may be related to BTS' future plans. As it became known, at the moment the members are still undergoing military service, but many have already begun to speculate about their possible comeback after all the members return from state duty. If this message is really a code, then most likely Taehyung wants to tell ARMY something without saying it directly. This isn't the first time he's given clues hidden in his words, and fans are certainly no strangers to the way Taehyung communicates. However, it's also possible that this is just an emotional expression from Taehyung, who may be feeling homesick for something. Whether it's ARMY, the other BTS members, or even the stage that has always been his home. Whatever the intent of Taehyung's message, one thing is certain is that the relationship between him and ARMY remains strong. Since the beginning of his debut, Taehyung has always been known as one of the members of BTS who is closest to fans. He often shares his thoughts honestly, even when it means showing his most fragile side. The army is always trying to understand every message he sends, because they know that Taehyung will not say something without a reason. This emotional bond forged over the years is proof that the relationship between BTS and fans is more than just an ordinary idol and fan relationship, while ARMY continued to speculate on the meaning behind Taehyung's message. Some fans tried to connect this to various previous moments. Some believe that this may be related to his creative process in music or art, given that Taehyung is known to have a unique way of expressing his emotions. On the other hand, some of the army began to highlight how Taehyung often conveyed his feelings in an indirect way. He is not the kind of person who will reveal everything explicitly, but instead gives small clues that can only be understood by those who really pay attention. In addition to speculation about BTS's music project or comeback, there are also those who feel that this message could come from Taehyung's longing for ARMY or his groupmates. With such a tight conscription schedule, direct interaction with fans has become very limited, and it could be that Taehyung feels the same way ARMY feels, namely a deep longing. Taehyung is known as a sentimental person. He often talks about the importance of being together, both with BTS members and with ARARMY. If this message does reflect her current feelings, then it's no surprise that many fans are feeling touched and increasingly want to provide support for her. So far, there has been no official response from HYBE or other BTS members regarding Taehyung's message that shook the ARMY. However, given how BTS always surprises, this could be part of something bigger, a hidden project that is being prepared and will only be revealed at the right time. Meanwhile, ARMY keeps trying to connect the pieces of clues that might be hidden behind Taehyung's message. Some fans even began to find out if there was a pattern in BTS's recent posts that could give a clearer picture of what was really going on, with all the speculation going around. One thing is for sure, that Taehyung will never leave the ARMY in confusion for too long. If this message does have a deep meaning, it is likely that it will provide additional clarifications or hints in the near future. It could be part of a strategy to build anticipation, or it could just be Taehyung's way of expressing himself without having to explain everything clearly. After all, ARMY knows that whatever Taehyung does, there must always be a meaning behind it. Now, all ARMY can do is wait and see how this story will develop. Will this be the start of something big? Or is this just another emotional moment that Taehyung wants to share with his fans? Of course, Taehyung is not alone. He has the ARMY at his disposal, ready to accompany every step he takes, both in his career and in his personal journey. And if there is one thing that is certain, it is that whatever will happen next, the ARMY will always be by his side. Right now, ARMY can only wait and see if Taehyung will provide any further explanation of his message. As time passed, the ARMY remained in standby mode, waiting to see if Taehyung would provide additional clues or even explain directly the intent of his message. Some fans are trying to figure out if there are any hidden patterns in his social media posts or in BTS's recent interactions that could shed some light. Many have speculated that if this is part of something bigger, for example, a solo music project, a special collaboration, or even talk about BTS's future, then it is likely that other clues will follow soon. BTS, as the ARMY is already known, is a group that specializes in providing hidden codes before officially announcing something. In the meantime, some fans are trying to pull themselves together and look at the situation from a simpler perspective. Maybe Taehyung just wanted to convey his feelings spontaneously without any ulterior motives. After all, he was always known as an expressive person, someone who did not hesitate to share his thoughts with the ARMY, even in the form of cryptic and mysterious messages. However, there is no denying that curiosity still continues to envelop the ARMY. Is this just an emotional reflection of Taehyung? Or is this the first step towards something bigger? Only time will tell. What is clear is that ARMY will always be by his side, supporting him in every step, be it in his career, personal life, or broader journey with BTS. And as always, one thing Taehyung can be certain of is that he's always had a unique way of surprising the world. Now, we just have to wait and be prepared for whatever comes next. Whatever the intent of the message, the ARMY will always be by Taehyung's side, providing full support for every step he takes. And if this is really a hint of something big, then fans just need to be patient, because if there's one thing that's certain about Taehyung, it's that he's always had a unique way of surprising the world. ARMY, are you ready for Taehyung's next surprise?